Hello, welcome to 2020. Can't believe I'm actually saying that. This is just ridiculous that we're actually starting a new year and it's another decade. But first of all, Happy New Year to you. I hope that you all had a very nice Christmas and you've had a very nice start of 2020. And I hope the rest of 2020 is really good for you. What I now like to do is I like to start planning for this growing season. So if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, they're all Claire's Allotment. So just put Claire's Allotment Twitter and then it will come up, Claire's Allotment Instagram, and it will come up. Anyway, so if you follow me on those, then you will see that I've actually sorted all my seeds out. I put them all over the table. And there were more there than I thought there were going to be. And now I've sorted them out into months that they need to be sown. So there's a box full of with the seeds that need to be sown in January, a box for February, a box for March, April, and so on and so forth. So what I will do is when I get to that month, I will get the box and I will have a look and plant them and sow them. Okay, but what I'm going to do this year with regards to videos is I'm not going to do them like I've normally been doing them, showing you how to sow this, how to sow that, because I've done all of those before. So you can go back and you can have a look at them. What I'm going to show you and do this year, hopefully do this year, I will try and do them every 2 weeks. So at the beginning of the month and at the middle of the month, so you can see is, say for example, at the beginning of March, I will say, right, in the next 2 weeks, I will be sowing A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on and so forth. And then I will do those myself. And then I will show you what they look like once they're sown. And then hopefully 2 weeks later, when I do another video, I'll do a little update so you can see. But if there is anything new, then I will put that in. So hopefully, you will be able to sort of work at the same time as me. But what I want to show you, you may well remember from could have been the last video, I was propagating, that's the word I needed, some, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. Geraniums, that's it, not pelargoniums, they're geraniums. And I was also taking the runners off my strawberries. Now they've been sitting in the greenhouse quite happily, having a little water every now and then because they don't need a huge amount of water at this time of year, and they're doing really well. So I just thought I would show you how those are getting on. Now these are the strawberries. They're doing really well. I've got loads of them here, and if we look underneath we can see, oops, compost is falling off, we can see that the roots are starting to come through, which is really, really good. So if you are saving your runners and you want to plant them somewhere else, keep them in the greenhouse for the time being, and maybe sort of early March I would suggest then you plant them out, because then the roots will be much bigger. I've still got a load more strawberries to do, so I will do a load more of those today until it gets dark. Now, the geraniums are doing really well as well. Here they are. Now, you may well remember that when I cut them off, they were basically just little sticks. Now the leaves have started to grow. They will grow slowly at this time of year because obviously the days are shorter and it's quite cool. But once the weather warms up in sort of March, April time, they will really shoot off quite quickly. So these are doing well. These are nowhere near ready to go outside or to be transplanted into other pots. So keep those. I'm going to keep those in here. None of the roots are starting to show through the bottom yet at all, which is not what I was expecting anyway. Now, sometimes they don't all take. And if you do find, you know if they're not going to take, because the stem that you've put in the soil will just start to go brown and will start to grow a bit fuzzy, okay, a little bit moldy. So don't worry about that. that one's not going to grow, so you can just take that one out and put another one in. So you will find that most of them do tend to take. Now I've got, here it is. This is one of the big plants that I pruned right down to take a load of cuttings, and it looked like just the stems. There were no leaves on there at all, but this is what it looks like now. You can see that there are loads of new leaves growing, especially down here. Look at these. I'm so chuffed with those. And we've got lots of little shoots starting to, can you see that there? Lots of little shoots starting to come up. So, and right down the bottom there as well. There's loads of them. So this is growing back again. So don't worry about hoiking it right back and pruning it right back. It will be absolutely fine. So this will stay in the greenhouse until it gets nice and warm outside, because they don't like the cold too much. If it gets a bit chilly, they'll be all right. They won't survive outside during the winter. Some geraniums do, but these are kind of, they're not hardy. You can get some hardy ones. They are sort of semi-hardy, so they do need a little bit of protection inside, but it depends which one you've got. So that's it for the time being. What I'm going to do is I've got some more geraniums to propagate, and I've got a load more strawberries to do. Now I'm not going to sow the January seeds at the very beginning of the month. I'm going to leave it for a couple of weeks and do them in the middle of the month. So when I see you in 2 weeks' time, then we will start to sow the first of the seeds. And I will just tell you what I can remember. I've got some exhibition onions to sow. I think I've got some chives as well to sow, the leeks, I believe, and there's a few other bits and pieces. There's some flowers as well. I think there's some aqualegias. They're either January or February. But anyway, they're in the box. So I will be sowing those next time, so in 2 weeks' time. Well, I hope that you're able to get out into your garden and you're able to do some bits and pieces. It's really exciting. The new season is starting and I'm so happy. I just hope it's better than last year. But whatever happens, it will be a great season. Anyway, have a fabulous new year and I will see you in 2 weeks' time.